we're going to cover everybody's thing, is it does not cover kids. We cannot write an individual policy on a child between 0 and 18, but they're not accepted on the Obamacare. So I've had some cases where kids want to play sports, they couldn't play without health insurance and a divorce situation. So these are some things I wanted to bring to your attention. The other thing is, kind of where do we stand with the Obama health care now? Maybe getting that.
Well, let me address the latter part of the question, and you and I and my staff can get together on the first part, the specifics that you mentioned. Where do we stand today on Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act of 2010? It was passed in March of 2010. The H.R. 2, the second, actually it was the first bill that we voted on in this 111th Congress in early February, late January. H.R. 2 was the vote to repeal Obamacare. And the vote was in favor of repealing Obamacare in the House of Representatives. And again, I'm almost sure it was a straight party line vote, with all the Republicans voting to repeal and all the Democrats voting to retain. And it went to the Senate, and no vote was taken. So the Obamacare, as it's sometimes referred to, is the law of the land, and it's phased in. And it's not fully phased in until the year 2014. But the law is proceeding according to the sections that make up the 2,400 pages. And the Department of Health and Human Services under Secretary Sebelius and the Committee for Medicare and Medicare Services, CMS, are writing rules and regulations based on the law. So it is having consequences. Money is being spent. And some of that money Congress really has no control over. We have voted in the House to regain control. We have voted successfully in the House, but again, no vote has been taken in the Senate. Now, in regard to the lawsuits, there are several. The state Commonwealth of Virginia has a standalone, I believe, Attorney General Cuccinelli, to say that the section of the Affordable Care Act that requires individuals to purchase health insurance, whether they want to or not, they have to. They have to engage in commerce. The lawsuit is to question the constitutionality of that. The Constitution allows the federal government to regulate interstate commerce, but not necessarily, I think, to initiate the commerce. And that really, ultimately, that's an oversimplification, but that is the question. And then Georgia has joined with 25 other states. And that case in Georgia, you know, has worked its way up to the appellate court level. And for the most part, the appeals, 11th Circuit Court of Appeals has agreed that that is unconstitutional. And now it will go to the Supreme Court. They will receive that case. Who asked the question? I'm sorry. That they have received that. They will receive that case when this next session of the Supreme Court commences in October. And I believe the session goes from October till maybe August. So there will be about, you know, an 8 to 10 month period of time there, and we will get a decision before the Affordable Care Act is fully implemented. And I honestly believe that just on the constitutionality, not questioning the merits of the overall bill, we could spend 2 more hours doing that. But I think on the question of the constitutionality of requiring people to purchase something that they don't want, that they might need, but to make them, to have the federal government require them to do something like that is not within our Constitution. So that's where we are on the law. Well, the time goes way too fast, and I really appreciate y'all coming and so many of you sticking with us. I know there were a couple of hands up that I didn't get to, but I'll be glad to stay around and answer questions individually. I'll be up